The sky was gray that Saturday afternoon, heavy clouds hanging low over the bustling city. Shoppers rushed in and out of the mall, carrying bags, laughing with friends, lost in their own little worlds. Among them walked Daniel, alone, hands in his jacket pockets, eyes distant. His life had been a quiet routine lately: work, home, silence. He wasn't poor, but he wasn't happy either. Somewhere along the way, he had lost the fire in his heart. As he walked toward the mall entrance, a voice tugged at his ears. Soft, fragile, almost trembling. "Spare some change, sir." Daniel turned. At first, he saw only a young woman sitting on the cold pavement, her hair tangled, clothes worn thin, a paper cup trembling in her hands. Her face was partly hidden, but when she lifted her eyes to meet his breath stopped. It was her, Clara, the girl who once held his entire world in her smile. The girl who had disappeared years ago without a word, leaving Daniel broken, searching, wondering. He had loved her deeply, and her absence had left a wound that never quite healed. And now, she was here, sitting outside a mall, begging. His heart pounded. He wanted to believe his eyes were lying, but those eyes, those unmistakable hazel eyes, were hers. Clara. His voice cracked. Her lips trembled, but she said nothing. Instead, she quickly turned her face away, ashamed. Daniel's mind spun. The memories came rushing back: university days, late-night walks, whispered dreams about the future. They had been inseparable. And then, one morning, she was gone. No call, no note, just silence. He had searched, he had begged friends for answers, but nobody knew. Or maybe nobody told him. And now, the answer was sitting in front of him, shivering in the cold. "Clara, what happened to you?" he whispered. She tried to force a smile, but tears welled in her eyes. "Please, Daniel, just go. Don't look at me like this." But he couldn't walk away. He crouched down, his voice gentle but firm. "I looked for you. For years. You vanished. And now I find you here, like this. Clara, tell me." Her shoulders shook as silent sobs escaped her. Finally, words spilled out between tears. "My mom, she got sick. I dropped out of school to take care of her. I didn't tell you because I knew you'd throw away your dreams for me. I couldn't let you. And then, after she passed, I had nothing. I tried to survive, but life kept breaking me down. Jobs slipped away. Rent piled up. I ended up here. Invisible to the world." Her voice faded into the noise of passing footsteps. People walked by without a glance, without care. But Daniel, he saw her. And he remembered the girl who once made his darkest nights feel like summer. Daniel's throat tightened. He wanted to be angry, for the years she had left him in pain, but anger melted away under the weight of compassion. She hadn't abandoned him out of cruelty. She had sacrificed, silently, carrying burdens alone until they crushed her. Slowly, he reached out his hand. "Come with me, please." Clara shook her head, fear flashing in her eyes. "No, I don't deserve that. Look at me, Daniel. I'm nothing now. Just let me be." But he refused. "You are not nothing. You're Clara. You're the girl who once made me believe in love, in hope, in a future. You deserve a second chance. Everyone does." For the first time, she dared to look him fully in the eyes. And in his gaze, she didn't see pity, she saw something deeper. Something she thought she'd lost forever: kindness. He didn't just hand her money. He lifted her to her feet. He took her inside the mall, not for shopping, but for dignity. A warm meal at the food court. A jacket from one of the stores. Shoes to replace the torn ones on her feet. At every step, she whispered protests, but he silenced them with a quiet, steady kindness. And then, when she had eaten for the first time in days, he spoke. "Clara, I can't erase the years. I can't erase the pain. But I can promise you this: your story isn't over. Not like this." She wept again, but these were different tears. Not just of sorrow, but of something long forgotten: hope. Daniel helped her find shelter, then reconnected her with a local support group that offered jobs and counseling. He visited her often, reminding her that she wasn't alone anymore. Slowly, Clara began to rebuild, not just her life, but her sense of worth. And somewhere in that journey, Daniel realized something: love wasn't about perfect timing or flawless stories. It was about seeing someone's brokenness, and choosing to stay. Months later, Clara was working again, her smile slowly returning. She often asked Daniel why he helped her when she had left him without a goodbye. His answer was simple: spoken one quiet evening as they walked past the same mall where their story had begun again. Because no one should have to face the world alone. Not you. Not anyone. And in that moment, Clara knew, sometimes life takes everything from you, only to return the one thing you need most, a second chance, wrapped in kindness. So if you ever see someone outside, invisible to the world, remember Clara's story. Remember Daniel's choice. And maybe, you could be that second chance for someone else. Because one act of kindness can change a life forever. And if this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe. More stories are waiting for you here, stories that remind us of the power of kindness, forgiveness, and love.